Git Workflow for AWS Fargate. What is a Git workflow for AWS Fargate? A Git workflow for AWS Fargate is the structured process teams use to manage containerized application code and deployment configuration safely using Git. It defines how container app code is updated, how task definitions and services are changed, how environment variables are modified, how production deployments are controlled, why it matters for AWS Fargate. Containers run in production automatically. One bad image or task definition can break services. Rollbacks must be fast. Deployments happen frequently. So workflow equals stability plus control plus safe container deployments. Why AWS Fargate projects need a proper Git workflow? AWS Fargate projects usually include application source code, Docker files, ECS task definitions, service configs, environment variables, CI/CD pipeline configs. Without workflow, cross-mark broken services, cross-mark failed deployments, cross-mark hard rollbacks, cross-mark merge conflicts, cross-mark no release history. With workflow, check mark stable services, check mark predictable releases, check mark easier debugging, check mark safer changes, check mark better teamwork. Typical branch structure for AWS Fargate. Common structure. Main means production-ready services. Develop means active development. Feature branches means new features. Release branches means prepared deployment. Hotfix branches means urgent fixes. Example: main, develop, feature, payment API, feature, logging sidecar, release, version 1.6.0. Hotfix, bad task def. Why? Protects live services, supports parallel development, enables controlled releases. Feature branch workflow. AWS Fargate. For each task, create branch from develop. Update application code or Docker file. Update ECS task definition if needed. Build container image locally. Test in dev environment. Commit changes. Push branch. Open pull request. Review and merge into develop. Why? Isolates risky changes. Prevents breaking production. Enables review. Bad practice. Cross-mark work directly on main. Cross-mark update task definitions manually in prod. Good practice. Check mark one service per branch. Check mark one task per branch. Pull requests in AWS Fargate projects. PRs are used to review app code, review Docker file changes, review task definitions, check resource limits, validate environment variables. PR should include check mark clear description, check mark linked issue, ticket, check mark test results, check mark deployment notes. Why? Prevents service outages, documents infra changes, improves quality. Bad PR. Cross-mark no description. Cross-mark no tests. Cross-mark huge PR. Commit strategy for AWS Fargate. Commits should be small, atomic, descriptive, good commit messages. Add payment service container. Fix memory limit in task definition. Update image tag to version 1.2.0. Bad commit messages. Update. Fix. Final. Why? Easy rollback. Easy debugging. Clean Git history. Daily workflow in AWS Fargate teams. Typical flow. Pull latest develop. Create feature branch. Update app code or task definition. Build and test container. Commit changes. Push branch. Create PR. Review and merge. Why? Prevents conflicts. Keeps work isolated. Keeps services stable. Hotfix workflow for AWS Fargate. When production fails, create hotfix branch from main. Fix container or task definition. Build and test quickly. Deploy to staging. Create PR. Merge into main. Merge into develop. Why? Fast recovery. Keeps branches aligned. Prevents repeat issues. Example. Hotfix, wrong image. Release strategy for AWS Fargate. Releases should be planned, tested, versioned. Good approach. Create release branch. Freeze features. Run integration tests. Build and tag image. Update task definition. Deploy to production. Tag version. Example. Release, version 2.3.0. Why? Safe deployments. Easy rollback. Clear version history. Code review culture. AWS Fargate teams. Review focuses on container logic, security, resource usage, scaling configuration, health checks, not personal opinions, blame, style wars. Why? Fewer outages, better reliability, knowledge sharing, CI/CD in AWS Fargate workflow. Automation should build Docker images, run unit tests, push images to ECR, update task definitions, deploy to ECA service, on every PR, run tests, lint Docker file, validate task definition. Why? Prevents broken services, saves time, builds confidence. Tools. AWS Code Pipeline, GitHub Actions, GitLab CI, Jenkins, Amazon ECR, Amazon ECAs. Common AWS Fargate Git mistakes. Direct commits to main. No PR reviews. No tests. Manual production updates. No version tags. Why? Risky deployments. Hard debugging. No audit trail. Naming conventions. Branches. Feature, user service. Feature, cache layer. Release, version 1.9.0. Hotfix, CPU limit. Commits. Add. Fix. Update. Refactor. Example. Fix ECA's task memory limit. Why? Easy tracking. Professional history. Easy auditing. How Git Workflow helps AWS Fargate project scale. As system grows, more services, more containers, more developers, more releases. Good workflow. Checkmark keeps repos manageable. Checkmark improves onboarding. Checkmark reduces failures. Checkmark controls complexity. Real-life analogy. AWS Fargate Git workflow is like airport traffic control. Without system, planes crash. With system, safe flights. Branches equals runways. PRs equals safety checks. Main equals active flights. In simple words, AWS Fargate Git workflow means change code, build container, review change, deploy safely. Best strategy for AWS Fargate projects. Use checkmark feature branches, checkmark release branches, checkmark mandatory PRs, checkmark CI automation, checkmark protected main branch. Avoid cross-mark direct main commits, cross-mark no testing, cross-mark no reviews. In AWS Fargate projects, your Git commits control real container services. A good Git workflow. Checkmark protects production. Checkmark supports teamwork. Checkmark reduces failures. Checkmark builds trust.